Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we'll be exploring 30 of the most powerful psychological tricks that people use to manipulate, influence, and control others, sometimes without them even realizing it. If you're interested in understanding these tactics and learning how to protect yourself, stay tuned for some eye-opening insights. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's get started. First, gaslighting. Gaslighting is manipulating someone to doubt their reality, memory, or perceptions. For example, "That never happened. You're imagining things, even when it did." The solution for this trick is keep a record of conversations, notes messages, and trust your instincts. Confront calmly with evidence. Seek outside perspective. Second, love bombing. Love bombing is overwhelming someone with attention to create dependency. For example, excessive texting and gifts early in a relationship, then pulling away once they're emotionally attached. The solution for this trick is be wary of sudden extreme affection. Set emotional boundaries. Take time to evaluate the relationship. 3. Negging. Negging is offering backhanded compliments to lower self-esteem. For example, "You're smart for someone who didn't go to college." The solution for this trick is acknowledge the manipulation. Respond assertively. "That sounds like an insult. Is that your intention?" 4. Mirroring. Mirroring is mimicking someone's behaviors to build rapport and trust. For example, copying gestures, language, or body language to create a false sense of connection. The solution for this trick is be aware of excessive imitation. Focus on substance in the relationship, not surface-level behavior. Femte triangulating. Triangulation is involving a third person to create jealousy or competition. For example, praising someone else to make their partner feel insecure or less valued. The solution for this trick is avoid reacting emotionally. Address the manipulator directly about their behavior and express your discomfort. 6. Blame shifting. Blame shifting is redirecting responsibility to avoid accountability. For example, "If you weren't so demanding, I wouldn't have lied." The solution for this trick is stay focused on the issue. Refuse to accept blame for their actions. This is about your choice, not mine. 7th, projection. Projection is accusing someone else of one's own bad behavior. For example, a cheater accusing their partner of being unfaithful. The solution for this trick is recognize the projection and clarify. "This seems more like something you're dealing with, not me." 8. Silent treatment. Silent treatment is withholding communication to control or punish someone. For example, ignoring someone for days after a disagreement. The solution for this trick is do not chase or plead. Give space, but communicate your desire to resolve the issue when they're ready. 9. Guilt tripping. Guilt tripping is manipulating someone by making them feel guilty. For example, "After all I've done for you, you can't even help me." The solution for this trick is recognize the guilt trip. Respond firmly. "I'm not responsible for your choices or expectations." 10th. Love withdrawal. Love withdrawal is taking away affection to punish someone. For example, becoming cold and distant after a partner refuses to comply with a request. The solution for this trick is set clear emotional boundaries. Assert your need for consistent, healthy communication. 11th. Pity play. Pity play is feigning ignorance to avoid responsibility. For example, "I'm always the one suffering and no one cares." The solution for this trick is don't enable the behavior. Acknowledge their feelings but maintain boundaries. "I understand you're upset, but that doesn't justify manipulation." 12. Playing dumb. Playing dumb is feigning ignorance to avoid responsibility. For example, "I didn't know that was the rule," when it's obvious they did. The solution for this trick is stay assertive and hold them accountable. This is something you should be aware of. 13th. Appeal to authority. Appeal to authority is using authority to make someone comply without question. For example, "Even the boss says this is the best way," to shut down objections. The solution for this trick is ask for clarification or reasoning. Challenge the appeal by asking, "Can you explain why that's the right choice?" 14. Fear-mongering. Fear-mongering is using fear to manipulate behavior or decisions. For example, if you don't do this, you'll lose your job, exaggerating the risks to push someone into compliance. The solution for this trick is stay calm and evaluate the situation. Ask for concrete evidence of the consequences they're claiming. 15. Future faking. Future faking is promising a future reward or outcome to manipulate the present. For example, "We'll get married soon," to keep someone invested, despite having no intention to follow through. The solution for this trick is set clear timelines and expectations. Ask for concrete actions rather than promises. 16. Gaslighting by proxy. Gaslighting by proxy is getting others to reinforce the gaslighting, increasing doubt. For example, having friends tell the victim they're overreacting when they express concerns about manipulation. The solution for this trick is seek independent advice from people you trust. Stay firm in your understanding of events. 17th. Foot in the door technique. Foot in the door technique is starting with a small request to get compliance for a larger request later. For example, asking for a small favor, like borrowing a pen, then escalating to asking for a large favor, like a loan. The solution for this trick is be cautious with slippery requests. Before agreeing, ask about the overall plan or intention. 18th door in the face technique. Door in the face technique is starting with a large, unreasonable request to make a smaller request seem more reasonable. For example, asking for $500, getting rejected, then asking for $50 to make it seem more reasonable. The solution for this trick is stay aware of the tactic. Don't feel obligated to agree to a smaller request just because you rejected a larger one. 19th. Diversion tactics. Diversion tactics is changing the subject to avoid responsibility or accountability. For example, "What about that thing you did last week?" when confronted about their own behavior. The solution for this trick is gently redirect the conversation. We can discuss that later, but let's focus on this issue right now. 20. Reinforcement. Reinforcement is alternating between kindness and cruelty to destabilize emotions. For example, praising someone one day, then criticizing them the next, to keep them emotionally unbalanced and dependent. The solution for this trick is recognize the pattern and seek consistency. Set firm boundaries about what is acceptable behavior. 21. Hoovering. Hoovering is trying to suck someone back into a relationship with false promises. For example, "I've changed, let's give it another try," after a breakup with no real change in behavior. The solution for this trick is don't fall for promises without proof of genuine change. Take time to observe their actions. 22nd. Plausible deniability. Plausible deniability is keeping actions ambiguous to deny responsibility. For example, "I didn't mean it like that," when confronted about hurtful comments. The solution for this trick is be specific and clear about how the behavior affected you. Regardless of intent, this is how it impacted me. 23rd. False scarcity. False scarcity is creating a false sense of urgency or rarity to pressure decisions. For example, "This deal is only available today," when the offer will last longer. The solution for this trick is take time to evaluate. Don't let urgency cloud your judgment. Ask questions about actual deadlines. 24th. Devaluation. Devaluation is gradually reducing respect to undermine self-esteem. For example, giving praise early in a relationship, then increasingly criticizing and belittling the partner. The solution for this trick is recognize the shift. Distance yourself from demeaning behaviors and communicate your concerns directly. 25th. Bait and switch. Bait and switch is offering something desirable, then replacing it with something less favorable. For example, advertising a low-cost product, then pushing a more expensive alternative. The solution for this trick is stay firm on your original choice. Don't be swayed by last-minute changes to the offer. 26. Covert Contracts. Covert contracts is doing something with unspoken expectations for something in return. For example, "I did all this for you, and you can't even help me?" without ever asking for help explicitly. The solution for this trick is, be clear that unspoken expectations are not obligations. If you needed help, you should have asked directly. 27. Playing the victim. Playing the victim is making oneself appear unfairly treated to gain sympathy or support. For example, everyone's always against me, to avoid accountability. The solution for this trick is acknowledge their feelings, but avoid enabling. Maintain firm boundaries. I'm sorry you feel that way, but this doesn't excuse your behavior. 28. Anchoring. Anchoring is setting a reference point to manipulate perception of value. For example, showing an expensive product first to make a lower-priced item seem like a better deal. The solution for this trick is, be aware of the anchor. Compare all options and base decisions on actual needs, not perceived deals. 29th. Double bind. Double bind is offering two contradictory choices, both with negative outcomes. For example, if you leave, you don't care about us. If you stay, you're selfish. The solution for this trick is, refuse to accept the false dilemma. Assert your right to make choices that work for you. Both options seem unfair. Here's what I'll do instead.